Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Ready. Freddie.
And Gator.
That's right.
Nothing severe tonight.
Nothing severe. When there's nothing severe, we kind of chillax and we assume our ultra egos. There's some heavy downpours out there, though, but there's only in a couple spots right now. There's like one that's going to move into like Mize, and there's another one that's north of Belzona. The stuff in Louisiana, it's sus. And I say sus because we don't know if it's going to really be able to manage.
Right.
If you
will
notice,
it or won't it?
there's like a little tongue of dry air.
Yeah.
Right up through the central and western part of the state. So that's why the shield, if you will, is around central Mississippi right now. But it's good to be with you all this evening. I hope you're having a good day so far. We're getting through the week. We're 40% there. At least you are 40% through this week. I'm kind of like 22,
80% through this week.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm almost done.
That's right. I'm not going to see you after tomorrow for the rest of the week, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I
I'm
hope
excited
you have fun
for me
with whatever
too.
you do, and you're not going like into low Earth orbit, are you? You know, volunteer for one of those little space capsule.
I'd love to do that, but no.
Would you really?
100% I would do that.
So you would, if you had the offer to do that, you would go up there in the little space capsule, float around for a little bit, and then come on back down?
Yeah.
You're an adrenaline junkie.
I would so do that.
Really?
You're telling me you don't want to go and say you went to
No.
kind of space?
No.
Almost space?
No.
You don't want to almost go to space?
No.
Oh.
I'm good. Take a camera with you. Take pictures. Love to see it when you get back.
I want to do that.
Okay. Would you go to the submarine, the Titanic?
No.
Okay, so there you go. She draws the line.
there's a hard line, and it's at the ocean.
Okay, so you're not going underwater.
No.
Outer space is fine.
I'll scuba dive. Scuba diving is fun.
But I'm not scuba diving
but
to
I'm
the
not.
Titanic.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I snorkel. I don't even scuba dive. Are you certified?
I was certified,
Okay.
but I think I would have to redo it now to actually
probably.
go. It was like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of my other lives.
I love snorkeling, but it's really weird, and I got to figure this one out. There's a lot of people who die snorkeling, and I don't understand that. Yeah, I know. We're like, how does that happen?
Do they drown?
I don't know. I've seen this before. How do you drown while you're snorkeling?
I don't know.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
okay, just stand up or
Confused
just,
by that.
it's
Yeah.
just and plus I've always snorkeled with someone else anyway. It's not like I'm like, I want to go off. I'm not doing that because then I'm
Right.
definitely going to wind up in, one of those British tabloids,
The British tabloids.
an American weatherman found floating, off the Cayman Islands in his Walmart's snorkel outfit.
His Walmart snorkel outfit.
I've done that before. I've run to the Walmart right before I've gone to the airport, or from the airport I've gone to the Walmart, and then I'm ready to go to the beach. I'm not getting crazy. That's just how I do it. Hey, Brody Wesson, joining us from South Dakota. Wow. It's almost wintertime, Brody, up there. You better get ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Melissa. Hey, from
Melissa
Jackson.
from Jackson. We appreciate you. Hey,
Happy
Melissa.
Tuesday.
Melissa Price. Good to
Listen,
see
I
you.
have a bone to pick. Do you say Tuesday or Tuesday?
Oh, I think I say the latter. Do you hear me say it differently?
I say Tuesday, but
So you say the former?
have been no.
Oh,
like I say
Tuesday.
Tuesday. No, you said Tuesday.
So I did give it.
You say it like TOOS. I say it like TEWS. Tuesday.
Wow. Never thought about that till today.
I didn't think about it either until I'm at my old station. Somebody made fun of me. He was from California and he was like, say Tuesday.
Say it.
Tuesday.
Okay.
I know.
I don't notice it. I'm sorry. Now you got to have me self-conscious about it.
I know.
Hey, Linda Carter watching.
Something to think about.
Clinton, Mississippi. Enjoy listening to us. We appreciate it. Hey, Chris Spencer. What's going on?
How's the day? Oh, how's the day going?
How's the day going? Yeah, what's going on?
Pretty good.
We're pretty good. It's Taco Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday.
Always.
Weather's behaving on a Tuesday.
It is. Thank you, weather.
Tell us about it.
All right. So we still got some scattered showers. Yes, we're having a will it or won't it about the storms to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Our models all day have been saying that it will hold together, and especially in areas north of Interstate 20, bring some relatively widespread thunderstorms through late tonight. Now, not necessarily expecting anything severe, but if they're noisy, they could wake you up around midnight. Then by early tomorrow morning, we're clear and dry. Same story for your morning commute. And by Thursday afternoon, I should have.
It's rolling. It's rolling.
I should have stopped it. Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, we're rinsing and repeating. More scattered showers and storms. We are expecting a slight, very little uptick in coverage on Thursday and Friday. That might mean highs in the upper 80s, but it will still feel closer to the triple digits.
Yeah. And
then this weekend, I feel like we're going to have, now these temperatures, this is forecasting lower highs than I forecasted, but that's okay.
That's the NDFD model.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to do it. I told you how I was going to fix it. And the way I have to fix this graphic will be really painful. But I'm going to do it because I'm all about the pain.
All about it. Well, in any event, I think we'll probably have some heat advisories by the weekend. We have been without them so far this week, but I feel like we'll have them this weekend.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
It's going to be really hot.
It's going to be really hot.
We were 97 last weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if we do it again this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if we do start to see slightly drier conditions. That right now looks to be the case, that Saturday and Sunday, our storm chances are going to be more isolated than what we've got through the work week. So.
Jessica McAllister, hello from Texas, getting hammered out there. Yeah. How tragic for that to happen. Hey, Jessica, hopefully, what part of Texas are you in, if you don't mind telling us? Chris Spencer representing Kosciuszko. We appreciate that. Bessie Sanders, hi, Brookhaven. And Georgia Vaughn joining us from the big city of Clinton. I don't know if you had it planned in there, but if you can show after coming up, we'll take a look at the flooding in Texas. Just to give people an explanation of that graphic I put together. But yeah, we got this.
It's low. It's meh.
And it's a chance.
Well, it's a chance. It's a low chance.
And it's a tropical formation by the middle of the month. So let me explain how this works. Hurricane Center tells you what's going to happen in the next 7 days. Climate Prediction Center takes over from that point. They tell you what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks when it comes to this. And they just give you low, medium, and high chances for tropical formation. Why do they think the Northern Gulf has a high chance, or has a higher chance for development, even though it considers it low? But why do they think that? And the reason is we have light steering currents, if any, low winds, and we also have very warm water, 90-degree water temperatures, which are at the top of the envelope. You need 80 degrees for tropical formation. So with 90 and low winds it's not a bad prediction to make, okay, because the conditions will be ripe over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Not necessarily this week. I am watching some activity in the Southwest Gulf. I'm watching some activity near the Bahamas, but it doesn't, if it's not developing a low pressure at the surface, it's not really that much to look at. There are thunderstorms, waves of low pressure in those areas all the time because it's so warm, the water, and there are some steering currents to get things going. So that's part of the reason why. But just letting you know why we're showing this, and we'll be showing it tonight again on the big TV at 10. You all right? You okay with it?
Yeah,
Got to
I'm
keep
good.
you awake. All right. All right. Try to stay awake.
Sorry.
No, sorry. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
When I start doing that, that's her cue for me to stop talking.
That's
She's falling asleep.
it's an involuntary response.
All right, let's talk about something serious here for a second.
Yeah.
So I did a little research on this. This is the big flood that involved that
Camp Mystic,
excuse me, in Kerr County,
Kerrville.
Texas. I put Kerrville on the map, which is the county seat there. It's just northwest of San Antonio. It's west of Austin, about an hour west, about an hour northwest of San Antonio, an hour west of Austin. I just wanted y'all to know about this. The water, so the rain happened late at night on the 3rd. And then the morning of the 4th, early in the morning, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, the river rose 20 feet in under an hour, which is
insane. It's a
Absolutely
crazy thing
frightening.
to even think about.
Yeah. So that means that the water touches your feet. You only have minutes to do something before you're gone. Now think about this. If it rose 20 feet in under an hour, that means it rose, let's just say, I'm going to average it. Let's pretend it was a behaved flood. It rose 10 feet in 30 minutes. It rose 5 feet in 15 minutes. That means you're pretty much up to your chin. And these are children. So they were
15
submerged
minutes.
in minutes. Okay. In 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. And that's it. That's not enough time to react and do that. Now we'll get into before everybody's pointing fingers. Makes sense. That's human nature. All right. And we were talking behind the scenes earlier this evening about this as well. And it's very easy to do all that. And I will tell you, I had a friend who posted publicly. She works for the National Weather Service. She posted last night everything they did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can go and document it. All right. But what we really need to do here, folks, is when the search and rescue is over, then it becomes appropriate to look at what happened, why it happened, so it never, ever happens again. That's the case. Because if we don't learn from it, that means it's going to happen again.
Yep.
I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not saying what's wrong, but there could be something very wrong with the system. All right. And if we don't examine it at least, okay. Now we can examine something and we can come up with, what? This was just a freak occurrence and nobody's to blame. We could come to that conclusion. But if we don't come to any conclusion, okay, then we're not going to resolve how this won't happen again. And that's the question we have to ask right now. It's the only thing we can do, besides pray for these people. I'm done on my soapbox, but that's really it. But we have to learn from this. We got to put all the pieces together. Here's what I can tell you that I've done. 12 inches of rain in just a few hours. Is that a lot of rain? Absolutely. It's a foot worth of rain. Here in Mississippi, we get 4 times that over the course of the year. So to get a quarter of the annual rainfall in a few hours would cause flash flooding around here as well. They have a different issue there in Texas. The issue they have is the ground is a different substance than what we have here. It does not really absorb a lot of water to begin with. So what our rivers and creeks there are actually mostly you can cross over them without any issue whatsoever until it rains. So you can walk across and maybe get ankle deep water in a lot of these places on a normal day. Then it rains and the river just comes up dramatically. This area is mainly in a flood zone. It's a designated flood zone with a flood history. But at this magnitude, we don't really know. There's some anecdotal stuff out there about a 1930s flood. Nobody's really sure. Okay. But this is definitely a catastrophic flood. This is not a flood gone wrong. This is a catastrophic flood. So to have a river rise 20 feet in under an hour is unheard of. 30 feet in 3 hours is just crazy. And from 12 inches of rain, that's a big reaction to 12 inches of rain, even because we would have that here. And yes, we would have a lot of problems. I don't know that we'd have the same kind of problems though.
Yeah.
So,
but again, the terrain is different and the soil's different.
And we got to figure out, did they get the warnings? Did they was there, how we got to follow the chain of information. Okay. We know there was a flood watch issued. We know there was a flash flood warning issued. We know there was a flash flood emergency issued. We got to follow the chain of information. But the mitigating factor to all of this is it happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. and 3-4 o'clock in the morning, whatever, middle of the night on the 4th of July. So it's middle of the night during a holiday.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are mitigating circumstances, but I'm not going to lie to you. I've been thinking about this every day for us. And I think, okay, how do we handle this? Or how would we handle this differently now, knowing this, right? We have to, right? Knowing that this was going on at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to be a conversation. It's not so. It's not like, oh, I thought about it, and 10 minutes later I had the answer. This is like, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I know you're thinking. Everybody's thinking about this. Like, okay, and because we have a lot of places here in Mississippi that are on rivers, on creeks. But
well, honestly, the whole world is thinking about this.
Absolutely,
in my opinion.
I think of the flood we had just here during COVID. Right out here, you weren't here yet, but right here, they had to close the bridge in Jackson. But we had time to plan for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, hey, folks, we're going to go, the bridge is going to be closed. So-and-so, so-and-so. We've got a flood going on. But this is just. So anyway, we're going to keep doing the research, though, and we'll hopefully be able to get to a point in time where we can focus on that after funerals and after everything else, the horrible thing that this has just done. But it's a nightmare. This is the kind of weather, I don't get scared of the weather. Weather doesn't scare me. And I tell this to kids all the time. When I ask kids, when I'm speaking in schools, I ask them what they're scared of, and they always say tornadoes. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Tornadoes, right? It makes sense. I'm scared of lightning, and I always tell them why I'm scared of lightning. And it's a way to educate them. I don't tell them why they should be scared. I try to explain to them the weather's really cool to watch from inside your house, okay, on TV or through the window. That's what I try to tell kids. You don't want to put yourself in danger, but this kind of thing is such a random event and has had such a dramatic outcome that it's going to be talked about. This is going to be years. We've been talking about this for years,
decades.
So yeah. So anyway, that's my story on that. But I just wanted to show you the graph there to show you how quickly that water came up. Look at that! A severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, well, see, for a little part, I just see it here.
Just barely.
Barely. Let me see here.
It's mainly for Tallulah.
Yeah.
But hey, if it holds together, it could come across the river.
We'll see if it holds. It's going to just clip. It looks like it's really for west central Warren County. So moving northeast at 10 miles an hour. It's very close to Tallulah. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Always fun when we have something to talk about here, right? What else you got? Well,
there's always something to talk about. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
We'll take a look at the weekend. I have it as iffy, but, we'll see when we have an hour-by-hour look. Iffy doesn't mean don't make plans. It just means be prepared to take your plans indoors briefly if there's a shower.
Yeah, because it won't last very long.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's go look at some of the comments we got here before we skedaddle. Herman Anderson from Greenwood, Mississippi. Good to see you. Jessica McAllister, she checked back with us again from Texas. She's in the San Antonio area, so this is about an hour and a half northwest of San Antonio. We're talking about Grayson Ferguson. Hello to you. Chica Hampton. Hey, everybody. Jan Gibbons Hendon, how are you? Whoops. Helena Morgan Walsh, I know, feeling for the families too. Beatrice Holmes, how are you? AKA Vivina Holmes, I'm guessing. Maybe, I don't know.
I think
Jessica McAllister, originally from Florence. So yeah, the Easter floods of 1979 or something. You can do a lot of research. If you want to really go into a rabbit hole, folks, you can do that tonight. Let's go farther south. Okay. I say farther south. I meant farther down on the screen. Verdia King, prayers, absolutely. And Herman Anderson sending prayers to Texas, as we all are. So that's really it. We'll let you go get your din. Me, I got to get ready for the Fox 40 News at 9. I got to watch that severe thunderstorm that's out there. And then I'm going to have a big broadcast for you folks tonight on WLBT News at 10 p.m. So looking forward to seeing you there. We will be taking attendance tonight, so I expect all of you to be there watching. Okay, it's very important. But until then, if you missed any of this, we'll keep it up on Facebook so it can loop around in a bunch of circles for you. And Mary Mabel, we want to say hi to you too. Sorry, you're just getting in there under the wire. But y'all have a good night, and we will catch you again tomorrow. Okay, and I'll see you tonight on WLBT News at 10. Thank you. Bye-bye.